Derek walked outside on Monday morning. He pressed the button on his key fob. The doors unlocked. He climbed into his nearly new pickup truck, put his foot on the brake, and pressed start. Nothing. No engine, no movement. Just a $94,000 truck sitting silently in his driveway. Derek tried again. Still nothing. Then his phone vibrated. Auto payment due tomorrow, $1,394. The truck would not move, but the payment would. Derek called the dealership. They told him to have it towed in. So now Derek was paying almost $1,400 a month for a truck he could not drive, while trying to figure out how he was getting to work. And that payment was not even the full cost. Once you include insurance, fuel, registration, maintenance, and other expenses, Derek's truck was costing him more than $2,000 every month, nearly 35% of his take-home pay. Americans have not suddenly stopped loving pickup trucks. They are starting to question why a practical vehicle now costs luxury car money, requires 7 years of debt, and can still leave its owner waiting for a tow truck. So today, we are running the real math behind America's $80,000 truck problem. And before this video ends, you will see exactly how much income someone may need to comfortably afford one. How did a truck become a luxury product? Pickup trucks were not originally designed to impress anyone. They were tools. You put equipment in the bed. You pulled a trailer. You drove them through mud. You scratched them. You dented them. And you kept driving them for years. But somewhere along the way, the American pickup truck changed. Manufacturers added leather seats, panoramic roofs, massive touchscreens, premium sound systems, cameras covering nearly every angle, power running boards, heated steering wheels, advanced driver assistant technology, and trim packages with names designed to sound more like private ranches than work vehicles. The truck was no longer being sold only as transportation. It was being sold as proof. Proof that you worked hard. Proof that you were successful. Proof that you had finally made it. And buyers were willing to pay for that feeling. In May 2026, the average transaction price for a full-size pickup truck was approximately $66,288. That was the average price buyers actually paid. Premium versions can move into the $80,000 and $90,000 range, with some heavily equipped trucks crossing $100,000. But here is where the story becomes strange. The price became shocking, so dealerships stopped focusing on the price. They focused on something much smaller, the monthly payment. Derek did not walk into the dealership thinking, I want to spend $94,000 on transportation. He walked in thinking, I can probably handle a monthly payment. And the salesperson knew exactly which question to ask. What payment are you trying to stay under? That question changes everything, because $94,000 sounds ridiculous, but $1,394 a month sounds temporary. It sounds manageable. It sounds like something future Derek can deal with. The dealership stretches the loan across 84 months, 7 years, and suddenly an enormous purchase is reduced to one monthly number. In the first quarter of 2026, more than one-third of new vehicle loans extended beyond 6 years. Long loans do not make the vehicle cheaper, they only make the pain arrive more slowly. An 84-month loan can reduce the payment, but it also keeps the buyer connected to vehicle debt for longer. During those 7 years, Derek could lose his job, move to another state, start a family, face a medical emergency, or simply realize he no longer wants the truck. But the loan does not care that his life changed. The payment keeps arriving. And the payment is not even the real cost. Derek's real monthly cost. Before we calculate Derek's numbers, one important note. Derek and Marcus are composite characters based on real market conditions, publicly reported owner experiences, and illustrative financial assumptions. Their exact expenses will vary, but the financial pressure behind their stories is very real. Now let's calculate what Derek is actually paying. He financed $88,000. The loan lasts 84 months. At an illustrative 8.5% interest rate, his payments is approximately $1,394 a month. Now add full coverage insurance, approximately $280. Fuel, around $220. Registration, routine maintenance, tires, and other ownership costs averaged monthly, another $120. Total monthly truck cost, $2,014, not $1,394, more than $2,000 every month. Under our example, Derek takes home approximately $5,800 a month. That means the truck consumes almost 35% of his entire take-home pay, before housing, before groceries, before utilities, before healthcare, before saving, before investing, before living a normal life. And here is the number the dealership will probably never calculate for him. For a $2,014 monthly vehicle cost to equal 15% of gross income, Derek would need to earn roughly $161,000 per year. To keep it near 10% of gross income, he would need to earn more than $241,000 per year. There's no perfect vehicle budget percentage that works for everyone, but this shows the size of the commitment. Derek could make all the payments on time and still be unable to comfortably afford the truck, because making the payment is not the same as affording the vehicle. But the monthly payment is not where Derek loses the most money. Meet Marcus. Derek has a coworker named Marcus. Same city, similar salary, same need for a pickup truck. But Marcus made a different decision. Instead of buying a $94,000 new truck, Marcus bought a carefully inspected used truck for $35,000. He put $10,000 down. He financed $25,000 for 5 years at an illustrative 9% interest rate. His monthly payment was approximately $519. Marcus still had insurance, fuel, registration, maintenance, and because the vehicle was used, he kept a larger repair reserve. His estimated total monthly truck cost was approximately $1,100. Derek's total, $2,014. Marcus's total, $1,100. Difference? $914 every month. Both men own trucks. Both can drive to work. Both can carry equipment. Both can tow within the capability of the vehicle they selected. But Marcus keeps $914 extra every month. And here is where this stops being only a truck comparison, because that $914 doesn't simply disappear. It can become something else. The price the dealership never shows you. Suppose Marcus invested that monthly difference, not perfectly, not without market declines, and not with any guaranteed result, but using a hypothetical annual return of 8%, investing $914 a month for 7 years could grow to approximately $102,000. Derek reaches the end of 7 years having made more than $117,000 in loan payments alone. He owns a depreciated truck. Marcus reaches the same point with a paid-off truck and potentially a 6-figure investment account. Investment returns are never guaranteed, but the principle matters. Every expensive vehicle has 2 prices: the price you pay for the vehicle and the price of everything that money can no longer do. The truck payment can delay paying off debt. It can delay buying a house. It can reduce retirement savings. It can prevent someone from building an emergency fund. It can force someone to remain in a job they hate. The dealership shows you what the truck adds to your life. It rarely shows you what the truck removes. And Derek's situation becomes even worse if he tries to escape the loan early.
The trade-in trap. After 3 years, Derek is tired of the payment. He drives back to the dealership. The dealership examines the truck and offers him $54,000, but Derek still owes $62,000. He is $8,000 underwater. That $8,000 does not disappear. Derek must either pay the difference in cash or roll it into another loan. Most buyers do not have an extra $8,000 available to erase negative equity, so the old debt gets added to the next vehicle. Now, Derek is not only financing the new truck, he is still paying for part of the previous one. The loan resets, the payment continues, and the finish line moves another 6 or 7 years away. Derek is not really upgrading. He is refinancing the previous mistake and calling it a new truck. This is how people can earn good salaries, make every payment, and still remain trapped in vehicle debt for decades. But high prices and long loans are only part of the reason buyers are questioning expensive trucks. Reliability changes the value calculation too, when an expensive truck still breaks.
Modern trucks can be more powerful, comfortable, capable, efficient, and safer than older models, but they are also extremely complicated. Advanced engine management systems, turbocharging, cylinder deactivation technology, 10-speed transmissions, emissions equipment, cameras, sensors, digital dashboards, large infotainment systems, interconnected electronics. Every feature may have a purpose, but increased complexity can also mean more expensive diagnosis and repair when something fails. Recent recalls have added to buyers' concerns. In 2025, General Motors recalled approximately 597,600 affected trucks and SUVs equipped with certain 6.2-liter V8 engines. The affected vehicles were from model years 2021 through 2024. Manufacturing problems involving connecting rods and crankshaft components could lead to engine damage, engine failure, and loss of propulsion. Dealers were instructed to inspect affected vehicles. Depending on the inspection results, the remedy could involve higher viscosity oil or an engine replacement. But the story did not completely end there. In January 2026, federal regulators opened another investigation. They had received 36 owner complaints alleging that engines failed after the original remedy release had already been completed. That doesn't mean every affected vehicle failed. It doesn't mean every GM truck is unreliable. And it doesn't mean all modern trucks should be avoided. But it raises a fair question. How much risk and frustration should someone accept after spending $80,000, $90,000, or more? A breakdown in an inexpensive used truck is frustrating. A breakdown in a truck carrying a $1,394 monthly payment feels personal. And buyers are beginning to notice the gap between premium pricing and the reality of vehicle ownership. Why are dealers offering large discounts? Now look at the signs outside dealerships. $5,000 off, $8,000 off, bonus cash, dealer discount, low promotional financing, manufacturer incentives. It feels like an opportunity, and sometimes it is. But before becoming excited about the discount, ask one question. Why did the truck need an $8,000 discount before the price felt reasonable? Incentive spending increased across the new vehicle market in May 2026. Full-size pickups were among the vehicle categories receiving relatively high incentive support. A discount can absolutely help a buyer, but it also tells us manufacturers understand that buyers need help accepting today's prices. An $82,000 truck with $8,000 off is still a $74,000 truck. The discount doesn't automatically make it affordable. It only makes it less unaffordable. And this is why the title of this video needs an important explanation. Americans have not completely stopped buying pickup trucks. Full-size trucks remain extremely popular. Many people genuinely need them. Some buyers can comfortably afford premium versions, but more buyers are questioning whether the most expensive trims are worth the financial trade. They still want towing power. They still want the truck bed. They still want capability. They just may not want 7 years of debt to get leather seats and a larger touchscreen. Who can actually afford an $80,000 truck? An $80,000 truck is not automatically a bad purchase. Someone may use it to earn income. A contractor may need specific towing or payload capacity. A business owner may have a valid commercial reason. A high-income buyer may purchase it without sacrificing financial security. The problem begins when someone buys the truck because the lender approved the payment, not because the truck fits their financial life. Before buying, calculate 5 numbers: the full amount being financed, the total interest paid across the loan, the complete monthly ownership cost, the percentage of take-home pay the vehicle consumes, and how much money remains after every essential expense is covered. Then ask, what happens if your income falls for 3 months? Can you still make the payment? Can you still save? Can you still handle a repair? Can you still live normally? Because approval doesn't mean affordability. Approval only means the lender believes it can collect the payment. The real difference between Derek and Marcus. Derek is not stupid. He's not careless. He bought the truck his neighbors bought. the truck the advertisements told him he deserved, the truck the dealership said he could handle, and the truck the bank approved him to finance. But Marcus understood something Derek did not. A vehicle can look like success while quietly making success harder to reach. Derek bought the newest truck he could get approved for. Marcus bought enough truck to meet his needs. Derek focused on the monthly payment. Marcus focused on the total cost. Derek asked, "Can I make this payment?" Marcus asked, "What will this payment prevent me from doing?" Those are two completely different questions, and after 7 years, they can create two completely different financial lives. Americans still love pickup trucks, but more people are beginning to question what happened to the practical American pickup. The truck you could buy without needing a luxury car salary. The truck you could scratch without feeling sick. The truck you could pay off before it became outdated. The truck that worked for you, instead of you forcing it to work for you. Before signing for an $80,000 truck, ask yourself one final question. Are you buying transportation? Are you buying capability? Or are you financing an identity? Because the truck is a tool. The feeling is a product. And right now, manufacturers are asking buyers to pay $80,000, $90,000, or even $100,000 for that feeling. The truck may look like freedom sitting in the driveway, but if the payment controls where you work, how much you save, whether you can survive an emergency, and when you can finally retire, it's not giving you freedom, it's taking it away. What's the absolute most you would spend on a truck in 2026? And are new trucks still worth what manufacturers are charging? Tell me in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.